Kalindi Phullakamale Madhavena Krirarata Brahmananda Namastubhyam Sadguru Lokanayaka Sadguru Lokanayaka. On a lotus floating in the Yamuna, you are playing with Madhava. Brahmananda, we bow to you, the Sadguru, guide of all. Om, peace, peace, peace. Today is a very auspicious day, Magh Shukla Dvitiya, second day of this lunar fortnight. Just 1 month earlier than the Master's birth tithi. Master's is Falgun Shukla Dvitiya, and Raja Maharaj Swami Brahmanandaji's birth tithi is today. We are celebrating his birth tithi puja, and in connection with that, whole day we are having different kinds of programs. Now we are blessed to be here to just remember a few aspects of his multifaceted personality. Wonderful personality. Sri Ramakrishna made all his disciples a very nice confluence of all the yogas. Jnana, Bhakti, Karma, Dhyana. All his children, direct disciples, apostles, are Brahmogyanis. Sarvadevananda Ji Maharaj said, whatever I have written about sadhan, samadhi in the Master's biography, the great Master, in Bengali he wrote Sri Sri Ramakrishna Lila Prasanga, and in English there are 2 books, translation of the same book, the great Master, Sri Ramakrishna the great Master, and Sri Ramakrishna and his divine play. So, he has declared whatever is written in this book, it is experienced by the author, by Master's grace. Mahapurush Maharaj is telling when in the 1920s, noted Nobel laureate, French savant, Romarola wanted to write on the lives of Master and Swamiji. He wanted some materials, and about Samadhi they could not understand. These are only just something, a dry word, something is written which nobody can give proof of. Mahapurush Maharaj said, yes, Sri Ramakrishna has kept me several times. I have experienced that Samadhi. So, Sarvadevananda Ji, Mahapurush Maharaj, while Sarvadevananda Ji was coming to America in this on cathedral, St. Peter's Cathedral, there he was in ecstatic mood, completely lost. Not only Swamiji, all these direct disciples, they experienced that their oneness with the ultimate reality. But at the same time, other yogas, other spiritual practices also, meditation, devotion, and incessantly karma. Karma kalevaram adbhuta chestam, Swami Vivekananda has written about Sri Ramakrishna. That continuously you are doing the karma for the good of the humanity, about Master. And all his disciples also, we find, they, after having their highest realization achieved, accomplished in their lives, they were not sitting and enjoying the bliss alone. They were going everywhere and trying to disseminate the wonderful message of Sri Ramakrishna, message of hope, message of light and love, message of self-reliance, that yes, all power is within you, Swamiji said. And Raja Maharaj also, we find in his life, he was very much meditative, but he himself is telling, supporting Swami Vivekananda's Karma Yoga. Do good to others. What will happen to you, don't bother for that. God will take care of you. If you want to have your own liberation, then try to make others liberated. Atmano mokshartham jagathitayacha. Your personal liberation, that will be there. But at the same time, you dedicate your life for the good of others also. Otherwise, it is selfishness. What is self-realization, liberation? If you are selfish, then it is not a perfect self-realization. If you, after self-realization, after liberation, if you feel that you will alone enjoy that bliss, you don't have any duty and responsibility to others for the suffering humanity, millions and millions are suffering. Swamiji is told, can you sleep? Can you eat? Why don't your blood is not stopping flowing in your veins? How can it be possible? Are you human beings? Don't you feel for others? So we find all these master disciples also, they are wonderful people. But having all the yogas very nicely blended in their life, everyone has his uniqueness. Someone is showing Karma Yoga maximum, someone meditation, someone devotion, someone this dhyan, gyan, karma, yoga. All these things are, all these ideas, paths, they have blended in their life. In Raja Maharaj's life, we find a wonderful life. We will just have a little bit of the life history and then come to remember and read some of the instances that he experienced in his life in the presence of Sri Ramakrishna, and when Sri Ramakrishna was no more in his physical body, then what happened to him in different places from his disciples, his wonderful spiritual visions, experiences, which each and everyone cannot narrate. But Raja Maharaj, as I told in the beginning, that said, Karma Yoga he supported, but said first you in your life achieve something through your prayer. As a beginner, achieve something, then only you have the right to give others. Swamiji also said, if you are a beggar, what you will give? If you are somebody, then only. If you have some possession, then only you can give it to somebody else. Otherwise, how can you help others? In your spiritual life, if you are beggar, then how can you help others in spiritual life? Spiritually. That is just false boasting. So, Raja Maharaj's life was full of all these works, karma, bhakti, jnana, yoga, all were there, but meditation was something they were born with. And we find Sri Ramakrishna himself many times telling that his condition is that he came to stay with me, to help me and serve me. Now he is so meditative that always doing japam, and now he is in ecstatic mode. I am to serve him. You see the condition of Rakal nowadays. So, very spiritually suggest, and each one was, as I told, very great in spiritual accomplishments. These are not dry words. They experienced in their lives and just shared it for the good of one and all. So Swami Brahmanandaji was born, as I told, in Shukla Aditya in 1863, 21st January. Swami Vivekananda's 9 days earlier, Swami Vivekananda was born on 12th January, and same year, and after 9 days, 21st January, Swami Brahmananda. Both came together. Both were so friendly. And one day Swamiji said something a little rudely to Raja Maharaj. And this Raja Maharaj's name also Swamiji has given to him. Why that also we will come and try to just remember a little bit within this short space of time. Say, the life is so vast, Maharaj's life, full of spiritual experiences, so many things. Maharaj was born in a family. They were landlords. Father's name was Ananda Mohan Ghosh, and mother was Kailash Kamini Devi. And mother passed away when Raja Maharaj was young. Rakhal was born, was just 5 years old. And in the village for his studies, father founded school that son does not have any problem to be educated. Father was a jamindar, and he was born in Shikrakulin, a village a few kilometers away from Calcutta. And at the age of 12, father sent him to Calcutta for further studies, and he had his studies done in Calcutta, this Calcutta Training Academy, Metropolitan School, and this Metropolitan School, he became the student of Aim, the recorder of gospel. You see, Naren also became a friend here. Both of them became members in the Brahmo Samaj. And they used to do wrestling, physical exercises, visited gym together. And there was, as I told, very good friend, Swamiji and Raja Maharaj, 9 days junior in age, but was born almost at the same time and was very friendly. And Raja Maharaj was hurt a little, and Swamiji started weeping, embracing him that, oh God, what wrong I have done. Our master used to love you so much, never ever master said anything hard to you, and I have hurt your feeling. So Swamiji was so lost and feeling so bad for saying something rudely to Raja Maharaj. So that was their personal relation. And in Kolkata, they used to visit Sri Ramakrishna, and he believed in formless aspect, as I told, became a member with young Narendranath in the Brahmo Samaj. Brahmo Samaj is the formless aspect of the ultimate reality. So, and from the very beginning, young Rakhal was very meditative. So father thought that it is better to make him change through marriage, and then my son will remain my own. Otherwise, there is the symptoms of the sign of becoming a monk. He doesn't show any worldly attachment to the property and anything worldly, so it is better to get him married. And so he was married to Visheshwari Devi. There is a saying, man proposes, God disposes. Father tried to bind him through marriage so that son remains his own. He is a jamindar who will take care of his estate. So he was married, and married to a family who were already very great devotees of Sri Ramakrishna. This Visheshwari Devi was the sister of Manmohan Mitra. Manmohan Mitra already was a very close devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, and after getting the marriage, they brought the son-in-law and the daughter to make pranams to master, because their family was very devoted to Sri Ramakrishna. You see how man proposes, God disposes. Raja Maharaj's father, Rakhal Maharaj's father, wanted him to get him bound in the family life, worldly life, so that he cannot become a sadhu. And mixing with the sadhus, too much meditation, not taking care of education and estate matters. And this boy, at the age of 18, he came to Sri Ramakrishna, and before coming, Sri Ramakrishna had a vision that a small baby was sitting on his lap, and he shared his vision, spiritual vision, with his nephew, Hridoy. This I have seen. Hridoy was very happy. He was a householder. Oh, Mama, don't you understand? You will have a child. You will be father. Then Sri Ramakrishna said, rascal, don't you know all women are mother to me? How can it be possible? You are fool, you do not know. Then Divine Mother showed that this baby is not a biological child, it is a spiritual son. And when Rakhal was coming, through his meditation, he understood, and that Rakhal, just now I Kalindi Fullukamuni Madhavenu Kriyaroto I chanted. Sri Ramakrishna found that vision, that he was none other than a close friend of Sri Krishna in the previous birth, in Dwapara Yuga. When Sri Krishna came, this Rakhal Maharaj was one of the associates of Sri Krishna, friend of Sri Krishna, Gopal, Rakhal. And Master asked Holy Mother to see the face of the newly married daughter-in-law, because Rakhal is son-in-law, spiritual son, so his his wife is daughter-in-law, and in Bengal, the custom is when the newly married daughter-in-law comes, then mother-in-law will not see the face directly without giving some kind of gift, golden, some ornaments or silver ornaments, and also some money, something. So Master sent message, see the face of the daughter-in-law with something. And in those days, the coin was silver. So Holy Mother saw the face of the Rakhal Raj's wife, Visheshwari Devi, with a coin and some other things. So see how man proposes, God disposes, but what God proposes, none can dispose. This was the life of Swami Brahmananda in his pre-monastic days. Through marriage also, he could not be bound with the worldly life, family life. His life was dedicated to spread the mission of Sri Ramakrishna. As I told, in Raja Maharaj we find the meditation was the predominant aspect in his personality, although all the yogas were very nicely blended. And there are many instances, so many ecstatic visions, spiritual visions. Mahapurush Maharaj had many, almost all the disciples had, and Bigyan Maharaj used to be called because he also used to have many visions, ecstatic visions, spiritual visions. His name was Gupta Yogi. Secretly, Raja Maharaj also used to have so many visions, but he would not say all these things. However, we will try to have some visions here, mentioned here. When he was president and guru, Master one day said, my Rakhal has the acumen of a king. He can manage a kingdom. So young Narendranath heard that, and they said, since Master has said so, we will call him Raja, our king. And Master also was very happy to know the decisions of the youngsters, Naren and other brother disciples. So they used to call him Raja. And this Raja Maharaj afterwards, when he was the president, and that also was made by Swamiji himself, the president of Calcutta Center, and then the president of the whole Ramakrishna Math and Mission. As Guru, he said once to a disciple, there are times when it becomes impossible for me to teach anyone. No matter where I look, I see only God, wearing many masks. Who am I? The teacher? Who is to be taught? How can God teach God? But when my mind comes down again to a lower level, I see the ignorance in man and I try to remove it. Many times he said that how can I teach others? Because always seeing the presence of God in others. How can a God teach another God? This feeling of teaching comes that a superiority complex. I know something more than you, so I will help you. Any kind of work we do, we think I can help you because you are weak. I can teach you because you are ignorant. I can financially help you because you are poor, I am rich. This kind of things are there. But Raja Maharaj is telling, at times I find that whom to teach, I see God in everyone, so it is very difficult for me to help anybody, because how can a God teach others who is also gods, who are also gods? Maharaj spent most of his later life in a state of high spiritual consciousness, coming down only in order to teach and help us. His awareness of God had become so habitual that he would experience mystical visions even while conscious of the external world around him. He rarely spoke of these visions, and when he did so, it was only to his brother disciples and his own disciples. Very rarely he used to say all these things. When he found that this statement and my experience would help others in spiritual life, then only he would say. And in the Gospel, we find many places the masters mentioning this high spiritual condition of Rakhal Maharaj. With Sri Ramakrishna, when he was there, in the Gospel we find the mention, M, the recorder of the Gospel, who was his headmaster. The master was one detailing about his spiritual condition. Rakhal has grown into a very sweet character now. He practices jopam unceasingly. That is the reason you see his lips moving sometimes. When I look at him and notice his mental condition, I often feel inspired and lose myself in ecstasy. Seeing Rakhal, that such a young man, seeing Naren also, master used to have inspiration. I said, do you think I love these boys because he is son of this man or that man? Do I have anything, any expectation from them? No. I don't see them human beings. As I see Narayana in them. That is why I love. My love is not anything worldly, not for human beings. Afterwards, we find Swami Vivekananda also was telling, I worship that God whom you call man by mistake. See the experience of the Guru, of the like father, like son. Sri Ramakrishna's, much of his spiritual moods were expressed through Raja Maharaj. When Master's Murti, Calcutta, Belur Math headquarters, Murti will be prepared at that time, how Sri Ramakrishna was. The sculptor, Raja Maharaj used to sit in front of him, sculptor would see and then take the decision. Yes, how was Master's body? And what divine play Master and this Master's spiritual son did. As a married man, he came to Master. At that time, he was 18, and After that, he used to sit on Master's shoulder. Just small boys sit on the back, on the chest, on the shoulder of their father, mother, like the small babies. 18 years old man, how is it possible? Is it worldly any relation? There was no body consciousness. He also was not understanding that Sri Ramakrishna, an old man, how can I sit? A young man in those days, they used to do physical exercises, wrestling, very nicely, body built strongly, sitting on Master and thinking Master was his mother. As the small babies, they suck from mother, he also did the same thing with Sri Ramakrishna. So this is wonderful relation, and those whose mind is not pure, many people will not understand these things. They will not go into the profundity of the spiritual relation of the Guru and the disciple. So much of this physical aspect also, how Master's body was, it was being compared with Raja Maharaj while making sculpture was the sculptor was making the murti of statue of Sri Ramakrishna for the temple. And Master was telling Naren, Rakhal and a few other belongs to the class of the ever perfect. They are born with God knowledge. As they begin to grow up, they realize the emptiness of earthly pleasures. The Vedas tell us of a bird called the Homa. This bird lives high in the sky. It never comes down to earth. It lays its eggs in midair, but as such a great height that the eggs hatch while still falling. The little bird comes out and finds itself dashing down toward the earth. When it sees the ground rushing to meet it, it soars up and rejoins its mother in the sky. Boys like Rakhal resemble the Homa. From their earliest childhood, they see the emptiness of the world, and their one thought is how to reach God. And his condition was that sometimes he did not even like the presence of Sri Ramakrishna. His spiritual mood was heightened, reached to that extent that Sri Ramakrishna, for whom he left home and hearth, was Guru. Everything, when he was completely absorbed, he did not even like the presence of Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna was telling them, who will serve whom? He came to serve me. The condition of his is that I serve him. So, in Rakhal, and on another occasion, Master said, Rakhal at one time became very sensitive to people. He could not bear the sight of those who were worldly minded. I too went through the same mood at one time, like father, like son, like teacher, like disciple. What happened in Sri Ramakrishna's life, spiritual field, many things happened in Raja Maharaj's life also. And they were the testimony that yes, it is possible. It is not only that Sri Ramakrishna alone had it, Chaitanya Dev alone had it. That is why Swami Vivekananda said that yes, you have the potential to become the Buddha, Jesus. You have. Only you don't strive for that, you cannot. They did it, they strove for it, they did their best to experience that height, and they have become that. So, many ecstatic conditions are there during Sri Ramakrishna's presence, and after passing away of Sri Ramakrishna's this physical body, when he entered into Mahasamadhi in 1886, 15th August night, after that we find just a few, and I stop. Durga Puja, there will be Durga Puja in the Belur Math, and he had a vision that Mother Durga was coming from Dakshineshwar to Belur Monastery. And he was just thinking that I have this vision, and Swami Vivekananda also just got down from the boat and said, Rakhal, we will do Durga Puja. I had a vision. Rakhal Maharaj said, I also had the same vision, this kind of. Oh, then both of them started doing this Durga Puja. Then we find many the spiritual experiences. Maharaj observes Christmas, and there is the description of Devamata. Then Maharaj was sitting while Jesus Christ's puja was being done. He would offer something, and Maharaj found that Jesus Christ came. Devamata was writing, when I had finished reading, the intense stillness in the air led me to look towards Swami Brahmananda. His eyes were open and fixed on the altar. There was a smile on his lips, but it was evident that his consciousness had gone to a higher plane. No one moved or spoke. Afterward, he said that Christ suddenly stood. While you were reading, Christ suddenly stood before the altar, dressed in a long blue cloak. He talked to me for some time. It was a very blessed moment. He went to Puri. There he found that on the altar, this Jagannath, Balaram and Subhadra is there. He found only the Jagannath Dev, Sri Krishna there. Other two were not there. They are all divine visions. He visited Madurai temple. There he entered and immediately he was lost in ecstatic feeling, completely no feeling of the outside world. He fainted. And Ramakrishna Maharaj was there, somehow managed to hold him. And the pujaris and others were all with folded hands. This is what a spiritual person has come. He visited Mother Cape Comorin, Kanyakumari. There also one temple is there, Cape Comorin, Mother Comorin, Kanyakumari temple. And thereafter entering there, he started talking with the Divine Mother, Kumari Mother there. He went to Tirupati temple. There he found, I said, what is the temple, what is the deity here? They said, it is Vishnu. Master said, Vishnu? But I had the vision of Mother, no. So after inquiry from the pujaris and others, yes, it was a Devi Mandir. And afterwards, the followers of Ramanuja, being influenced by Ramanuja's ideals, it was converted into a Vishnu Murti. God is one. So, but nobody knew, but these were all spiritual visions, as we used to find. We find that Sri Ramakrishna used to have all these things, only to be challenged by young Narendranath. No, these are hallucinations, these are not. So in Raja Maharaj's life also we find, and one of the disciples was telling, in Maharaj's presence we understood the meaning of these words in the scripture, it is there, Upanishad. The Guru expounds the texts of the scriptures in silence. The doubts of the disciples are dispelled. Vidyat hridayat granthi chindante sarva samshaya. Only reading the scripture will not do. We need somebody to exemplify what is there. All these youngsters, Calcutta University blew. Why they came to Sri Ramakrishna? Because what Sri Ramakrishna has said, they found that, yes, it is in the scripture, it is in his life, it is being now shown before us, enacted in the same way. So in Raja Maharaj's life also we find that many spiritual experiences were found in Maharaj's life. On this very special day, we all offer our pranams to Maharaj and pray to him for his blessings, so that we also have some kind of spiritual experiences in this life, which is the goal of human life. Om Namo Sri Jyotirajaya Vivekananda Surai Satchit Sukha Sarupaya Swami Neta Upaharine Om Sthapakaya Cha Dharmasa Sarva Dharma Sarupine Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha. Now, revered Swami Sarvadevananda Ji Maharaj will speak.
So today is a very relaxing day, because we are very intimate today, because not many people could come. So, but anyhow, it is an auspicious day. Every day is auspicious if we can make it auspicious. If we can think of God intensely, that day is auspicious day. Other days are worthless days. Because life goes on, every day goes on the same way, same eating, same sleeping, same fighting, same depression, same inspiration, same little fun, little joy, little this, and it goes on, and we see that we have become 50, we have become 60, we have become 70, we have become 80, and one day we find that it is end of life. Anyhow, so it is a special day, because we are thinking of, say, Swami Brahmananda, as you have heard so long, that it is the spirituality embodied in a personality who knows nothing like Ramakrishna, nothing but God. And not only nothing but God, but an absorption into the God consciousness. So his main message is to just practice. Spiritual life, is God there? Don't talk. If God is there, what is that your business, unless you know? So do something. What to do? Do japa, do meditation, do practice. And his challenge is always try, and if you cannot get it, then you can challenge me, or you can come and slap on my face. Such a big challenge he always gives. Sri Ramakrishna, as he said, Ramakrishna said about, we are hearing so much about Sri Ramakrishna's ideas. So he says, Rakhal is my son, and there is a relationship, eternal relationship with me. And he is the cowherd boy of Braja, of the Vrindavan. Sri Ramakrishna said, in every incarnation, Rakhal has come as a divine playmate, and he is ever free. That's why they are ever free. Only they keep their identity a little bit into the world of high transcendental realm, only for when God needs them to come down and play as a soldier. What the mission they carry, these avatars carry. And that's why it is called Rakhal is an eternal playmate of God in whatever form when he came. Holy Mother said, Rakhal is veritable Narayana. And whenever he wishes, he can see the divine lotus bloomed in the heart. Swami Vivekananda said, in the spiritual realm, Raja is high, has a high position in us. And another place he says, Rakhal is sitting as if capturing the whole spirituality in him and standing in his own spiritual domain. So, it is Ramakrishna's spiritual son, Brahmananda, mother's child as a dear son of Holy Mother, and Swamiji sometimes used to call him as our Rakhal is the crown jewel of our whole Sangha. He was the first president of the Holy Order, and he maintained the spiritual depth of this whole order. What happens when a spiritual organization starts? It starts with the highly spiritual people who become dynamo of spirituality by themselves. And that is the depth of the spirituality is profound. The width may not be that much because people don't recognize, people don't know. But as this organization with Swami Brahmananda, Swami Shivananda and others. It has this depth and width both, profundity and this expanded ideal of universality. So we being a part of that universal movement, which is called Ramakrishna movement or Vedanta movement we call, so we have a great responsibility to carry on this spirituality, which is deep and profound, at the same time very broad and vast and welcoming and embracing the whole philosophy of the world. And it is based on simple realization, God realization, not talk. We talk, that is necessary, because rather than talking mundane talk, we talk spiritual talk. That's very good, because it keeps your mind in a lofty level. But that's not enough. It does not give peace. It can make one spiritual and intellectual pleasure is there. But to spiritual pleasure is that one have to dive deep. And this is the example he stands for. Looking at the picture of Brahmananda, see, where his eyes, look at the eyes. Where is his mood? Seeing that type of person, where is his mind? Is only really living in a high realm of divine consciousness. So we are children of this holy order. So we have the inheritance in us, but we have to claim it, we have to work for by bringing out. Even if someone is born in a very rich family, he does not know the value of his spirituality, they squander around and don't pay value to that rich tradition. We belong to a great tradition. And that tradition, to understand that depth and intensity, we should have to practice, so that our life becomes peaceful, joyful, happy, and we can be in peace, and we can also be a source of peace to others and spiritual inspiration to others and to ourselves. So as we are hearing that Maharaj has so many mystic vision, he lived in mystic vision only, because he really lived in another realm. This whole world is only on the mental level, no? Someone in this world, parallelly in a same family, someone is living in the plane of the ghosts. They're seeing ghosts and goblins coming and always tormenting them. Brother said, what is going on? I don't feel anything. Sister said, no, I feel, I see, I did. So these are nothing wrong. These are all possible as the mind moves in one plane to another. There are an infinite number of realms of spirituality. Spirituality, I am seeing you, this is my mind. This mind, if it is lifted another level, you see the whole world in a different way. So spirituality is lifting our consciousness from higher and higher and higher. That's why Maharaj says, there is no end of spiritual experiences. Move on and on and on. As God is infinite, and God's experiences is infinite. So we should have to have some experience in our life, but not little experience should satisfy us. We should be craving for the highest experience, to understand that I am not separate from the universe. I am one with the universe, or I am the same entity in me as in you and is in everyone. So that is the spiritual practice. So emphasis is do spiritual practice, Swami Brahmananda's instruction. Have something, understand, don't talk that God is there. Say, I have seen, I've experienced something. And that is possible, and that's guarantee is given by Swami Brahmananda, like people, Swami Shivananda. Particularly we are talking about Brahmananda. So I end here today, and craving the blessings of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and his divine child, Swami Brahmananda, to shower upon us the great blessings, so that we can be intense in our practice. We are not asking for vision. Asking for vision is one thing, but rather to ask for the strength and power to do spiritual practice, to withdraw the mind from the world and worldliness little bit into the spirituality, into spirituality. So that is our prayer, to give us strength, give us power, so that we can become more absorbed in our inner life, and not to give up your outer life. Outer life should go on, but we are giving 10% of our energy in outer life. Let that portion be more inward and less on outward. Outward will go on perfectly well. Swami Brahmananda's formula is that if you give one part of your mind and give the 99% or 3/4 of the mind in world, the work will be flooded. You cannot do so much. There is no so much work in the world. If you give only one part of the mind into the world and giving the rest of the part in God. That means as much as we grow spiritually, our efficiency grows, our all-round development, internal development, and our intellectual development, spiritual development, everything happens. So let us hope for that, pray for that, and take some resolution so that we can do more intense journey into the inward life of our. Thank you all. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Nishkarana Bhaka Bhagavata Sarana Niskarana Bhagavata Sarana Joji Jati Kraman Sampada Tava Shri Pada Bhagavaspada Variyata Premarpanna Samadarshana Premarpanna Samadarshana Jagajana Dukaja Sampada Tava Shri Pada Bhagavaspada Variyata Premarpanna Samadarshana Premarpanna Samadarshana Jagajana Dukajai Namo Namo Prabhuvakhyamanatita Namo Namo Prabhuvakhyamanatita Manovachanai Kada Prabhu Manovachanai Kada Jyotira Jyotir Jalaridi Kandara Jyotira Jyotir Jalaridi Kandara Tumitama Bhamjana Prabhu Tumitama Bhamjana Namo Namo Prabhuvakhyamanatita Mo Namo Prabhuvakhyamanatita Manovachanai Kada Prabhu Manovachanai Kada Jyotira Jyotir Jalalidi Kandara Jyotira Jyotir Jalalidi Kandara Tumitama Bhamjana Prabhu Tumitama Bhamjana De langa langa banga baje anga sanga mridanga de langa langa banga baje anga sanga mridanga gaiche chanda bakata vrinda Arati tomar gaiche chanda bakata vrinda Arati tomar jaya jaya Arati tomar hara hara Arati tomar Shiva Shiva Arati tomar Kandana Bhava Bhamdana Jaga Bhamdana Bhamdi Tomai Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai Om Rim Ritam Tvamachala Gunaji Gnadam Naktam Devam Sakaranam Tava Mohan Kasham Bahu Kritam Nabaje Yatoham Tasma Tvameva Sharanam Mama Dina Bandhu Bhaktir Bhagascha Bhajanam Baba Veda Kari Gaccham Taram Suvipuram Gamanaya Tattvam Bhaktrodritopi Vidime Nachabati Kinchit Tasma Tvameva Sharanam Mama Dina Bandhu Tejastaranti Tvaritam Tvaitripta Trishna Ragam Krita Ritapata Tvairama Krishna Martyamritam Tava Padam Maranomi Nasham Tasma Tvameva Sharanam Mama Dina Bandhu Krityam Karati Kalsham Kahakanta Kari Shantam Shivam Sivimalam Tavanamanata Yasmadaham Tvasharana Jagadekha Gamya Tasma Tvameva Sharanam Mama Dina Bandhu Om Stapakaya Cha Dharmasya Sarvadharma Swarupina Avatara Varishtaya Rama Krishna Te Namaha Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Rama Krishna Namo Namaha Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Rama Krishna Namo Namaha Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Rama Krishna Namo Namaha. prakritim paramam abhayam varadam narare padaram janata paharam prakritim paramam abhayam varadam narare padaram janata paharam sharanagata sevaka toshakarim sharanagata sevaka toshakarim pranamami param jananim jagatam gunahina sutam aparadayutam kripaya adasamudaramahagatam gunahina sutam aparadayutam kripaya adasamudaramahagatam taranim babasagara parakalim taranim babasagara parakalim pranamami param jananim jagatam vishayam kusumam pariricha sada charanam buraha mridashanti sudam vishayam kusumam pariricha sada charanam buraha mridashanti sudam piba bringamano bavarogaharam piba bringamano bavarogaharam pranamami param jananim jagatam kripankara mahadevi suteshu pranateshu cha charanashrayadhanena kripamai namostute lajjapadavrithe nityam sarade jnanadaike papebhyo na sadaraksha kripamai namostute Rama Krishna gata pranam tannama shravana priyam tadbhavaranjita karam pranamami maharamah pavitram charitam yasya pavitram jivanam tata pavitrata swarapinyai tasai kurmo namo namaha devim prasannam pranatartihantrim yogindra pujam yugadharma patrim tam saradam bhakti vijnanadatrim dayasvarupam pranamami nityam snehena vannasimano smadiyam dosham asesham sagni karosi ahetunano dayase sadosham shvanke gritva yadiram vichitram प्रसीदमाता विनयेन यच नित्यं भव स्नेहवती सुतेषु प्रेमैकबिन्दुं चिरदागचित्तं विसिञ्च चित्तं करुणासु शान्तं जननीं शारदं देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पदपद्मे तया श्रित्वा प्रणमामि महर्मः प्रणमामि महर्मः। सर्वमङ्गल मङ्गल शिव सर्वार्थसाधिक शरण्य त्र्यम्बक गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। सृष्टि स्थिति विनाशानं शक्ति सनातनी गुणाश्रय गुणामय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायण सर्वस्वार्थी हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय 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 महामाई की जय। जय स्वामी जी महाराज की जय। जय राजा महाराज की जय। जय गंगा माई की जय। जय भगवत भक्त भगवान